Hey guys, Crazy here. Welcome to episode 1 of YuGiOh The Duelists of the Roses. One of my favorite games growing up back in the PS2 days. One game I've always just found underrated just for it being different. I mean, the other Yu-Gi-Oh games back then were also just kind of unique from each other, like Capsule Monsters or Dice Monsters. I've never actually played that one, but I'm sure a lot of you guys know from playing Yu-Gi-Oh from back in the day about how it just felt fresh every time you would go into a new Yu-Gi-Oh game. You didn't know exactly what to expect or like what new rules there is to playing the game, even though it's like a different game every time. Because nowadays, it always just kind of feels like the same game, or at least to me, it always does, and it just doesn't feel very fresh. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get straight right into it. Okay. I cannot click anything. There we go. Every time I click start record, I keep having to manually click the window. But here we go. We're going to just start a new game. Let me know what your guys' favorite Yu-Gi-Oh game was from growing up. For me, I think it has to be this one. British Empire in the 1480s. The Wars of the Roses, a powerful struggle between the houses of Lancaster, Red Rose, and York, White Rose, to decide a royal successor was nearing an end. With the Yorkists well in the lead, the reign of Richard III was but a step away. And in France, Hugues Henry Tudor, I guess that's his name back then, the last Lancastrian heir, was being forced to live a life of exile. The Lancastrian forces were rendered powerless by ancient cards of sorcery wielded by Seto and his 7 followers, who, known as the Red Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkist nobleman. Lacking a duelist champion in their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancastrians. In England, duel card games were still at the fledgling stage. Thus, the Lancastrians had to look elsewhere for a duel master capable of facing the Rosencrews in battle. With this in mind, Margaret My Beaufort of Lancaster secretly requested a high druid to summon a duelist from another age. I always thought this would be an interesting arc for Yu-Gi-Oh! If they ever went back and made old school stuff again for the TV series. You never know. They made that movie randomly one year. Oh. Summon from the mystic circle of red and white roses, the one capable of harnessing pure power. There is truth to the legend of the Rose Duelist. Lady Margaret, I did it. Now we have the means for defeating the evil forces of Rosencrews. I wish I knew what his voice actually sounded like. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I'd forgotten I was in the presence of the Rose Duelist. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMooran, High Druid and Servant of Lancaster. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the Rose Duelist would like to be known? We are known as Crazy, good sir. And not the crazy you're thinking of. I'm saying crazy as the name, not as a complete psycho. There's the... Yeah, let's call it that. Crazy? A fine name indeed. Well, thank you. Now, here's the situation. The year is 1485, and you are currently in Stonehenge, near Salisbury, England. The British Empire is in turmoil with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by the Yorkists. Anyways, the power struggle is referred to as the War of the Roses, a name based on the badges used by both sides. A red rose for the Lancastrians, and a white rose for the Yorkists. Right now, our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists and their wrongful claim to the throne. all because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusaders and their Sorcerer's White Rose cards. Using our Red Rose cards, we summon you, Crazy, to this day and age. We hope that your dueling experience would defeat the Rose Crusaders and lead us to victory. You will help us? Of course, you will. Foolish of me to even doubt where your loyalties lie. Rumor has it only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the powerful Rose crews. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you that the rules to dueling differ here from those of your age. Here in England, dueling is governed by what is known as the perfect rule. In addition to several minor distinctions, there are two major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning, the other is the deck leader concept. These are two aspects of dueling that were lost in the process when the ancient sport of duel monsters was adapted to card form. The perfect rule represents these lost rules that were miraculously revived here in England. Perhaps a practice duel will serve better than an explanation, shall we? So, I never quite understood like all the specific fusions, because you can fuse a bunch of random type of monsters and they'll create certain monsters, which I'm not going to have any sort of list up, and I don't really have memory of how to make anything. I think I'm just going to go off scratch and just try to learn things myself on that part. Try to memorize fusions while we go along the way. So, in saying that, I pretty much already know the basic rules of this stuff, so we don't need to do a practice duel. I don't even think it goes through the entire thing anyway. First, Crazy, you must select a deck to duel with. It is important that you feel the vibrations of a deck leader, the minute resonations that ring true to your soul. The cards themselves draw their power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. Crazy, it is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. Here are several decks from which to choose. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. I don't remember all this dialogue being this long at the beginning, golly. Choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your duels. Alright. Okay. So there's 3 different decks. I have no clue which one I played with back then, because I remember Air Knight Parshath being my deck leader, and I was kind of assuming it was going to be one of these 3. Tells you the average summoning level, which that's just the stars of the monsters, I believe, but I'm not actually too sure. You can see the main attributes and the main races, which I think that means the type. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good to have a big variety of races in a game like this, anyway. It's also the highest summoning level, which means it might be like slightly stronger monsters, but I guess that also means it'll be slightly harder to summon. But it's also got the biggest variety of races, so let's see what the Patrician of Darkness deck is like. I think they're all about the same anyway, as far as like how good all the decks are. Ah, I see you have selected your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. It looks like there's some truth to the rumor that Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? Hey, it's Kaiba. It's been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Rosencruz, what brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you once before that you may only address me as Seto. Or does memory fail you, old man? Huh, even back in these days he used that term. And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I must admit there's a certain aura of power emanating from you. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Seto, leader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosencruz. What does the C stand for? I ask you again, what brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. What else would bring me here? I've come for the Red Rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of the White Rose cards. I don't remember what that does at all. You aren't thinking of attempting the Forbidden Rose summoning. If so, then the Red Rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Okay, so I guess it has something to do with that. Card sorcery taps into the powers of the Ancient Ones. By their very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can be cut both ways. The Rose cards alone harness tremendous power. There's no telling what horrors one might unleash to the world by combining both red and white. I will sacrifice my own life if need to be prevent any uttering from the Spell of Doom. The Spell of Doom? Fool! The 16 red and white rose cards grant power over all. Druid legend has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We Rose Crusaders have sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards. And we shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red roses within the white rose barrier to summon the Rose Duelist. But you were foolish to come alone. This area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave here with your life, you will do so by only handing over the red rose cards. Me? A fool? Then what about you? I wonder if he's threatening him like he did Grandpa in the original show. Are you fool enough to actually believe the Red Rose cards would remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among the best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. Then you leave me with but one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious Rose Duelist. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. Okay, that's just Simon's name at this point. Heed my words, Duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of red and white roses. The red and white positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards, just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards and I shall guarantee your return after we've achieved our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal. Do you think that the Honorable Crazy would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 of red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, has possession of the other 8 wise rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you could side with either one of us. But I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war. After all, who is desperate enough to summon you in the first place? I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. Crazy. Heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic. Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what. why don't we leave the decision to our dear duelist? After all, Simon, the duelist's future is not for us to decide now, is it? Well, yes, but splendid. In keeping with the tradition of the old temple gardens, I offer you a choice, duelist. Here are the 2 rose cards. The white represents me, and the red for the old Simon here. I think it's the first time he said Simon this whole time. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose. Stand by my side, duelist. Choose the white rose. Looking back, I honestly didn't even remember that you could side with one of these guys, because I probably just clicked buttons and didn't know how to read back then. We'll just go with good old Simon here. He seems like just a little bit nicer than Seto, so I think I trust him a little bit more. How disappointing. Oh well, you made your choice, and I respect that. For now, I will guarantee your safe passage until you've met with Yugi. After all, I don't want our little game to end too quickly. That wouldn't be sporting. I look forward to the day when we meet again, duelist. Until then. In saying that though, this Seto actually seems nicer than the present day one. Kind of. French Empire. Rest Olive. What? Hey, there's Yugi right there. His grandpa, I think that's Joey, Simon. I'm not sure about the tall dude. I'm guessing that's Shoddy, maybe? I don't know. Crazy? I present Prince Yugi. Last Prince of Lancaster, a true Welshman, and the hope of we who call ourselves Celts. Is it Celts or Celts? I don't know. I've never heard that before. My lord, may I present Crazy, the Rose Duelist. You serve us well, Simon. My mother was wise in summoning you from Scotland. Okay, so we're all from different countries over here. You honor me, sire. Duelist, I am Yugi. Actually, Henry Tudor is my name, but I find it tiresome. You may call me Yugi. Okay, so it's not a Tim. Interesting. I'm sure Simon explained our situation, but it's only right that I request your services myself. Then again, I guess if Yugi grew up, he'd probably just look like a Tim, I guess. I need you to return to England and put an end to the threat of the Rose Crusaders. Their white rose cards form a barrier that prevents my armies from setting foot on British soil. Although we Celts have the red rose cards, we are but inheritors who are unable to wield their full power. In the hopes of reversing our fortunes, we gambled on a druid legend that spoke of a rose duelist. According to the same legend, one must use a deck whose cost is lower than an opponent's to capture a rose card of another color. I do remember this part, so deck cost is how much it uses up. There's like a deck cost as your number, so if you have like a somewhat decent deck, it might be like 1,000, and you know if it's not very good, it's probably like less than that, you know, maybe like 500-600, or I don't think are very good decks. So that's what they're referring to here. So your deck cost needs to be less than whoever you play against to be able to duel them, otherwise it won't let you. But I'll show you guys what I mean when we get into it. I believe that it is important you keep this in mind. The cost of your deck should not exceed the cost of your opponent's deck. I would like you to note that our resources have been pressed to the limit, requiring us to invade England by August. My troops will land in Milford Haven, Wales, and march on to face the enemy at Bosworth Field. Having all the Rose Crusaders out of commission by this time would be ideal, but as that might prove difficult, any reduction of their force would be appreciated. Right then, let us part company and reunite in Bosworth. Simon will provide you with the details. as to where and when we'll meet once more. I did not think I'd be reading this much on the first episode, I'm just being honest. Okay, I think we're finally getting into the duels. So this is like the world map where you can choose who to duel. So that's the deck cost right there, that little green box. I guess on the emulator some of the text might be kind of glitchy, but I think that says 815. And actually I'm going to go ahead and just save. There we go. I wonder if I should look into our deck first before we start dueling. I mean, it might just be the deck itself. I don't think we have like any extra cards or anything. So this is where you edit your deck, basically. This is our starter deck that we were given. You can look at what they do with the special info. We'll just figure out how this stuff is used while we duel. I don't really remember what hardly anything does, but we're just gonna figure it out as we go. Alright, who are we dueling first? Our deck cost is 815, so we have to duel someone with 815 or more. So YuGiOh, he's got 854. This Rex has 960, so I guess we go for YuGiOh first. It's probably best to do the easiest, considering we only have our starter deck right now. Yeah, that's all we can go to right now is between those two. So I guess our first duel will be against YuGiOh. So I think growing up I might have picked Seto's side, because I think the first person I dueled picking them was like Taya or Tristan, so I guess back in the day I picked Seto. So you're the legendary Rose Duelist. Prepare to face the sting of my insect deck. Alright. Let's get right into it. This deck cost is quite a bit lower than Rex's for the Lucas a bit. Okay, so it's mainly in his advantage, I think, because that's what these tiles are. The forest tiles increases insects. I know it increases insects at least. There's some random wasteland too. I can't remember what gets the buff for that, but let's see. This is like our king basically, and if this gets attacked, we lose life points. And this is where we can place a card basically. And you can move your deck leader as if it was like a king, like 1 by 1 space. Or I guess 3 by 3. With the card, it's 1 by 1. And at the top left, you'll see that the start says 4. So that means that's our summoning power. So that's what we can get out on the field right now. And it'll go down if we choose to use it. Warriors, dark, fire, water, and wind by 500 points. Man, that is very specific. Okay, well I don't have any warriors, so I guess putting down spells and traps, I don't think they use up any summoning power, so I'm tempted to just maybe put the sword down, and maybe put down this mammoth. Okay, so this thing gets a boost too, but for now, we'll just put the sword down. Just kind of move it out of the way a bit. And you can only place 1 card per turn, so that ends our turn. And matches typically start with everyone just having their cards face down until some sort of interaction happens. We'll go ahead and just push up this turn. So I could go with the mammoth now. But because this thing gets a boost, because it's a plant on forest, we can actually move 2 spaces, so we could attack whatever he has. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do it. There we go. Ooh, he's just stronger than us. And they all have their own fighting animation too whenever you start a battle. And it has like a little background scenery for whatever field you're on. But yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like a laser beam. Oh, what? It got crystallized. Well, there goes our dying tree. But yeah, I always thought that was just so cool. Alright, well, at least we know what it is now. We only took 100 points of damage. I don't know if we can summon the Mammoth next turn if it's level 6 or level 7, but I think it's level 6. And we get 3 summoning power every turn, so we should be up at 6 next turn. Okay, yeah, it is 3 every turn. I don't know if this might be kind of risky, but I think we can afford to be. I don't quite remember how the AI plays in this game at all. I've been watching videos recently of just people dueling each other for fun, but I don't remember how the AI dueled at all. I guess we can see the Mammoth animation real quick. I'll probably just skip it after that. That guy, I don't know if it's just because the decks are better over time, but I think the AI might actually get better over time, but I just don't remember. It's been like a decade since I've played this game at least. Trying to figure out how to skip this. Yeah, and then they do like their little celebration after they win in battle. It's so cool. Yeah, we'll just call it there. Still don't really have the use for the sword yet, I don't believe. So he's kind of moving towards the corner, which could be good for us. He's probably doing that because we're pushing up. Try to corner him with the Mammoth. Although he's getting kind of close to me. What does this do? We could try to do the fusion mechanic that I was talking about. So these tabs above the cards is like what I'm trying to fuse with, basically. What does this do? Transform into zombie monsters. If zombies got a boost on forest, I would be tempted to keep that in my hand, but I think we need to try to go for some sort of fusion. I don't know, it doesn't look like zombies get a boost. I mean, basic insect does, but it's basic insect, unfortunately. Insect warrior, maybe? I'll try zombie warrior. Okay. It's not very strong, though. Just try to get him cornered with the Mammoth. I think I want to take a step back. Here, let's do this. But yeah, if you ever play with a friend, you'd have to like have one person look the other way. Oh, okay, we won that battle somehow. Yeah, one person would have to turn around so they don't see what cards you're putting face down. So, but you can still make it work. It's like my dream to have this game as like an online game. Alright, well, the fusion paid off just enough. So we know that zombie warrior makes this guy at least. Not very strong, but in this case it helped out. Because everything else in our hand wasn't quite as strong as Blade Fly. Oh, that's right. I don't quite know. This is something called a spellbound, so this means I think it means I can't move it next turn, but I don't know what causes it exactly. But on one of the recent videos I was watching, I think if your monster's like barely stronger than another one, that can happen. But yeah, it seems to be in the lines of that. Okay. What can we do here? Nothing here is that strong. Might be worth just a fuse. I'm not sure how much star power uses when I fuse things. I think it's the last monster. Yeah, I actually don't know about that part. Maybe try to go for another fusion. Fiend Insect. I mean, basic Insect can move twice, so if the fusion doesn't work, I'd like to at least keep him on the field. Okay, so it didn't make anything, but now he can move 2 spaces. Let's go ahead and I can't imagine him having anything too strong considering he had that monster. Let's just go for it. I think he would have attacked us. Oh, Zombie Warrior can equip with the sword. I almost forgot about that. I don't want him moving 2 spaces into my power-up, so I want to make some space away from his cards. Oh, I forgot I can't move this. Alright, let's see what he does. I was afraid of that. Dungeon Worm. Actually, I wonder what he does. Yeah, some effects are different than the actual cards in real life. Some of them are the same, but most of them are kind of unique. Okay, wow. Some sort of frame rate damage attack. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I'm curious to see what he does. What do you do? Oh. Normally monsters can't enter the labyrinth squares, which there isn't any on this map. We'll run to them later though, I promise you. Alright. Might not even be worth using the sword on the zombie warrior, honestly. Ooh. However, I think this would give it like a 500 boost too. Yeah. Let's get Yami out. This will create some of the spaces into dark for us. So that'll hurt Weevil. We'll reduce this thing down to 1800 too. So let's go ahead and get Zombie Warrior all equipped. Wait, what? Oh, it's a zombie, not a warrior, even though warrior is in its name. Awesome. Well, now we're not going to be strong enough to kill that thing, so great. I know I'm kind of covering Weevil's life points, but it looks like it's slightly transparent. I don't know if it's like that in the recording though. Alright, what do we do? Maybe we try to get him to attack the insect, maybe. I think I have to assume everything's stronger than Zombie Warrior. Usually fusions are a lot stronger than that. Maybe we just try to go for another fusion of some sort. It's not bad. Play his games playing insects so that we can move 2 spaces when they're face up. I should try to get out something stronger though. Or if I can. Let's see. Rock Dragon. I don't know. Zombie Dragon. I could see that being a thing. Oh, what do you do again? Not really a lot. Okay, it makes something. Dragon Zombie? Oh, dude. Okay. That should be good for our Yami over here. I think I like the idea of having Yami in the middle of the field. So here's what field spells do. If I can figure out which ones to flip it over. There we go. Yeah, I think this will help us a lot. So at the very center of the field. So now our dark monsters can move 2 spaces. Zombie Warrior is stronger now. Still not strong enough for Dungeon Worm though. Maybe you'll be tempted to go for Zombie Warrior. We can swing in with Dragon Zombie. Yeah, we'll call it there. These duels can last a lot longer than a regular duel. Which, it's like, guaranteed, always longer. I know old school YuGiOh dueling was fairly longer than today's, but this is like even longer. Oh, I was not looking at the screen. I probably should have moved basic insect to the right. Now we're going to take some damage. This thing's stronger than Dragon Zombie too. Alright, well, this is not going too well. Weird sound. Yikes, you only get 4,000 life points to begin with, so... At least he moved the dungeon more closer like I hoped. What did we draw though? Some trash. Well, I feel safe just go ahead and swinging for this at least. Whoa. It's kind of cool. Blends in really well with Yami. Alright. Alright. I'm starting to have a little bit of hope now. Yeah, that animation right there, it's not supposed to look like that. Beast Dinosaur. I mean, Psyche the Dark Clown's got 2,000 defense because of Yami, but Hercules can... Well, actually, Hercules can't get over if it loses to Yami. Is it worth playing? We got 5 summoning power. I should have looked a little bit more thorough when we were looking at our deck to see like what else we had. Beast Dinosaur. I want to make like a decent dark monster. Just Insect rock make anything? I want to experiment with fusions, but I also want to make sure I don't just throw away the game. I mean, we don't have to play anything. Just put zombie warrior right there. Yeah, we'll just call it there. You can't draw more than 5 cards. Whatever you use up in your hand, you'll draw 5 until you have 5 once it's your turn again. Okay, so there's traps in this game, so I want to assume he wanted to just move the Quaggar over here for no reason. Or is he just being a noob because he's the first person I duel? I don't know. I feel like I can't really afford to fall into traps. I think we go for a fusion. If it's not very good, then we'll just put Soggy in defense mode. Insects spellcast. Okay, I think the card we threw away took away our summoning power by that much. Alright, well. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. The R2, L2 buttons I'm still trying to get used to on my hotkeys. Maybe I can get Zombie Warrior to fall in, force some Sword Trap, and then try to attack Hercules. Oh, okay, he's got negate attack. Kind of wanted to look at the graveyard real quick. Uh-oh, accidentally sped up the game speed. No! Okay, we're good. Hope I didn't mess up the recording too much doing all that. I think I was pressing F3 instead of 3. What is this? Okay, so it doesn't like stop us from attacking the entire turn like the real card, it's just for that one attack. Let's go ahead and swing in. Okay. It worked out. I could have gone a lot worse. Okay, it's been a pretty good match so far. Call it there. Yeah, it didn't really hit me until just now, like how long these videos are probably going to be. Just because, like, even one duel is going to be a pretty lengthy video. Alright, what else we got? Ooh, Woody Phantom. Okay. We can do something about this. Let's... swing it over here. What does that do? No! Three turns? Okay. That kind of ruined my entire turn. Well, actually... I guess... we can still attack that card. I thought I placed it by accident. Yeah, and then we can just move for 2 spaces because it's on the dark. And he'll still get the boost because he's attacking a monster on the dark, so. Okay, cool, we got over it. Hunter Spider. It's a terrible level 5. Alright. We're doing some work. Getting rid of some of his cards now. After that huge amount of damage he did to us, I was getting pretty worried. Do we just swing in with Zombie Warrior? How scared am I? Man, I'm not really worried about losing Zombie Warrior, honestly. Nah, Petite Moth. Okay. Zombie Warrior's actually been doing some work since we've had Yami on the field. Man, that run up though. Good work, Zombie Warrior. You're doing really good, at least for our first duel. Becoming MVP over here. Alright. Not a bad turn. Kinda wish I had Yami a little bit closer to his corner, where his deck leader is. But that's kind of an interesting card. Could be good. Gets the boost as well. Do we just try to fusion? What does a make beast dinosaur make? A dinosaur. Great. I guess I can go ahead and place Mammoth Graveyard over here. And under our summoning power, as you can see, that's how many monsters we have on the field, and we can't have more than 5, so if I want to play anything else, I'll have to destroy something myself, or him destroys one of our monsters. Try to corner him with Woody Phantom. Cornering him with weak monsters doesn't seem great, but I mean, we'll have Dragon Zombie pretty soon. Ooh, Woody Phantom goes down. And he loses attack points in the forest, so... I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till I get Mammoth Graveyard a little bit closer. Alright, let's see what he does. Okay, I feel like we're kind of in control now. I say that even though we're trying to corner him with Woody Phantom and Mammoth Graveyard. Well, that would have been nice a couple turns ago. Oh, he's still spellbound for 2 more turns, isn't he? Okay. Hopefully it works the way I want it to. I'm not sure if it will. Please. Please don't destroy it. Did that work? Oh, cool. Oh, but we still can't move him this turn. Cool. Let's just... Let's go ahead and see what this is. Wow. Okay. That was a terrible move from him. I guess he's just getting easily baited because he wondered what my other face down was in the fence. to see this again. Alright, we got some more damage in. Seems like sometimes the AI knows what it's doing, sometimes it's just giving you free hits. Let's push over here. Probably play that card over and with Graveyard next turn. Kind of put him on a clock. Because he's keeping himself very buried over there in that corner. Ooh. Zombie. Okay, make our dragon zombie even stronger. We'll try to balance it out with zombie warrior. Man, Soggy's not really doing anything. So. Come on, make Dragon Zombie a bit stronger. Because even if he's not in the dark terrain, he's still gonna be pretty strong. Alright, let's attack this one. What was that? Oh, it's a ritual card. Okay, well, something not to worry about now. Oh, that's right, I was wanting to play the Zard card. Yeah, it's not worth attacking with Weak Phantom either. Just my Graveyard up a bit just in case. Alright, we're getting them pretty cornered though. Just not. We got too many weak monsters. Sometimes it's worth just seeing like what your opponent has. But we're still pushing. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this, and here's what we'll do. Get rid of Mammoth Graveyard. Actually, there's a chance we can get in for some damage here, because we can move 2 spaces. Or direct attack. Okay, no traps. Nice. 1800 damage to the face. It's got 500 life points. Man, that was in the way we could attack directly. Man, do we get greedy and just... Okay, another Speller Trap. Okay, just enough attack to get over this thing. Very nice. Okay, it looks like we got this. He's having a hard time summoning any strong monsters because he's forced to keep putting monsters down to defend himself. We'll just leave that one alone, I think. If I can, I'll try to move my camera a little bit more down. Ooh. That might not matter too much. I think Dragon's obviously stronger, so. Kinda wanna see what it does though. Man. So much for that. I guess we don't actually have him really that cornered. Whatever he has seems to be stronger than Zombie Warrior, which I'm not too surprised about. Alright, what do we got? I want him to attack my my Dark Clown, just see if we can get some of his life points out with his 2000 defense. Here, let's put Woody Phantom over here. So many cards I just want to get rid of. Ooh, I can't move my Deck Master. And the Dark Spaces, he'll be only 1500 attack. I feel like I need to go for like another fusion. I feel like a rock zombie is just going to make a stone ghost. I don't know if that's possible. Machine zombie, machine rock. A lot of rocks and zombies. Let's see if they make anything. Nope. I'll just put this thing in defense then. Definitely don't do that. There we go. Maybe I can get him to move. There we go. Alright, so he went for it. So now he's down to 300 life points. That thing gives him life points, doesn't it? 1,000. Okay. Man, I can almost attack him. What do we got? Oh, that's actually kind of good. You know what? Let's just move the Grim Reaper all over here. And, see if we can get him to destroy this thing. Or I could place the Child Nightmare. But I think I want to get rid of his... Oh, I already have 5 monsters. I can't. Could just suicide something. Yeah, sure. That was a Man-Eater bug? Okay, so the same thing as the real card. Don't even get to destroy it though. Not even Woody Phantom can destroy it. Man. Soggy can. Sure. Oh wait, no. No we can't. Alright, we gotta move away from this beetle. It's kind of an awkward situation. So close to cornering him, but his monsters are kind of keeping me at bay. Okay, I think that just costed him the game. Just moved his beetle into our territory. Sounds good to me, man. Taking a hefty 50 damage. And also we moved Man-Eater Bug right next to Drug. Okay, he's just throwing at this point. Because we can do this. Still don't think this is game, but even after the attack after this one, it's gonna be really close though. Alright, no, it is game. Awesome. We can finally end the video in a few minutes. Man-Eater Bug's pretty good. Alright, we won our first duel after 5 years. And this, I think this is how we get cards, right? Yep. We get 3 in a row of certain cards. I know we get things. I don't know if we should try to get 3 in a row of a card, or I think Gate Attack would be kind of cool to get. I think these are all the cards that was like in his graveyard by the time I win. I think that's how it works. Oh, the dimensional card would be pretty good too. Because I don't think we really have any traps. Okay, Man-Eater Bug's pretty good. Oh, another one. Maybe we just try to go for 3. I don't know if we get 3 copies of it like that though. Ah. Alright, well I think Man-Eater Bug still makes it in the deck. I think we're just going to edit the deck before we dual Rex. This video's long enough from the intro. No, I lost. This can't be happening. Oh, we got a rose card too. Let's go. Okay, so we can duel a couple more different people now. I think that rainbow one's Pegasus. It is. This deck costs a lot. And Bandit Keith. Just Keith in this one. Alright guys, I think we're just going to call it a wrap there. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a lot of fun going back to this game after playing it after all these years. But let me know what you think. And I'm excited to make more episodes of this. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Take care.